So Operation Let's Seal is about to come into an end, as today is the last day. Welcome to my week 2 progress video of Operation Let's Seal. Yes, I actually made it this time, unlike CC Cinder, where I missed it. There's a little disclaimer video that I made earlier. I don't want to talk about that, so just know that. On week 1, I managed to get risk 22 on day 1. I made that video the following day, and it was the best I got from week 1. And every single daily map I managed to get max risk on week 1, as you saw from last video. And yeah, so now we're going to be talking about all of the week 2 dailies, and if I made any progress on Abandoned Mine. So let's get started with day 8, or day 1 of week 2. So this map was Deserted Factory, and we didn't have Deserted Factory from anything from last week, since this week had 2 deserted factories, one today and one at the beginning of the week. This risk routine was kind of satisfying, but also it was kind of difficult to pull off, but it was still fun nonetheless. It wasn't like terrible. There's some other ones coming up soon. Day 9 was Pirate Gorge. As you all know, Pirate Gorge is my favorite Contingency contract map, so this risk 12 was not that hard in 4 class wristband, and I love that. I also managed to get risk 23 on day 9, and that was the only time I got a higher risk than week 1's. My minimum goal was to at least get above 22 for week 2, and yeah, I managed to do that. Then we get into some not fun levels. Day 10, freaking hate this map with a burning passion. Lockdown Prison. I hate this map with a burning passion. This risk 15 clear was so painful. It kind of was a sour spot for me. I mean, it already did last week, but this time it was kind of even more unsatisfying. But oh well, I guess. We do what we get. Day 11 was Transport Hub. This risk 13 wasn't too bad, even though we lost pretty much every single supply terminal, which means we had a lower deployment limit, and the pathings were different. So, but it wasn't that bad since we've dealt with that before in previous CCs. And also on day 11, I managed to get Surtur because the Ifrit Surtur ban was out, and I got a 6-star back, and I got 2 5-stars and 1 6-star, and that 6-star was Surtur, and I was very happy because I didn't have Surtur at the time. And now I'm about to raise Surtur up to E2, which is incredible. I have all the elite materials ready. I just need to level up to 80 and get all the LMD. So yeah, I'm happy I got Surtur. She's pretty much the best operator in the game at the moment, and I really wanted her on her banner, and I got a Saria too, which kind of was good, but also sad. So let's move on to day 12, which was Windsurf Island. This was an annoying one to do. People say this was probably the hardest daily map so far, just because of the risks that we needed to do. And the risks that we needed to do were difficult. Yes, it was, because it was a max caster tag, which for most free-to-play players, that makes it so that your units get 1 to 2 shot by the casters. And if buffed by the flag carriers, they are an immediate 1 shot. Which makes it hard to progress through it. I managed to get through the risk 13 clear though. It was very, very nice. And I guess it was sort of satisfying, but it did take some time and it was kind of annoying. Even for my Windsurf Island clear, I only did the caster tag at risk 1, so I didn't know how a max risk caster felt until now. I've done max risk on the Swordsman before because I had to do a challenge for that one, and it wasn't that bad. I think the Swordsmen are more manageable, and the flag carriers, they don't really matter because they just stay in standby for less time and then they have an increased buff. It's not too bad, I guess. But yeah, this was an experience, I will say. Finally, today, day 14, was Deserted Factory, the second version around, and this one was very, very easy compared to the last one, in my opinion. It is a little bit difficult for some people just because people aren't ready for the turrets that Frost sets up, and it kind of meshes badly with some people's playstyle. But you know, You didn't have to bring a fast redeploy unless you still wanted to, if you're trying to stall out FOSS until the very end, because some people have to stall out for FOSS because they have to remove their DPS out of where like the Hateful Avengers and everything else funnels into. But yeah, this was like pretty much like a break, but even then there's nothing else after this map, so that concludes it. This was definitely the most stressful one so far. Blade is a close second in my opinion, since I hated the permanent map anyway. Burnland, it technically does count as a third place contender since Broken Path is still RNG, but my units weren't built at that point, and I didn't even get risked 18 on week 1, so it wasn't too stressful since 18 was super easy in week 2 anyway. But yeah, this is the most stressful contingency contract in my opinion. I put in so many hours into this, and some of the results I had took so long. When CC Spectrum comes out, I will be sure to make a preparation and announcement video on it. And yeah, I'm definitely going to try to lay back a little bit more on it since I was very stressed out on this CC. But hopefully I'll be more prepared. Maybe getting operators like Thorns or Weedy or Suzerain, Angelina, those 4 operators, because they make the CC a little bit easier. But yeah, I think I'm going to end here. Hope you all enjoyed it. I haven't said this in a couple videos, but if you like this video, be sure to leave a like, comment down below how you did with this CC and what preparations you have for the next CC. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to stay tuned for upcoming videos, or you want to see a future live stream that I hopefully will get around to doing. Alright, I'm done chitter chatting. I'm gonna end it here. See you all in the next video.